When it comes to the Halloween films and the one that has the worst reception, there's a couple. I would say number one has to be Halloween Resurrection. And then the ones where people fall off the hardest. A film that the previous one was like a huge success. People loved it. Halloween 4. Everybody for the most part, is on board with it. But the one where it just loses people fast was absolutely Halloween 5. Now, this is actually the 4K. This is just a custom slipcover that I have for this. But listen, Halloween 5 is no doubt one of the wackiest horror sequels of all time. And when you look at the big three in 1989, you had Jason, Michael, and Freddy. Freddy was becoming a father, Jason was taking Manhattan, and Michael was turning into Nicolas Cage, and his house looked like something from a Hammer film? I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. Now, I could give you the history lesson on what happened with Halloween 5, but odds are you know the story. Othan and Gerard comes in to direct this film. Now, he's not an American, so his culture is totally different, which is why I think for the most part this film is quirky and weird. I mean, some of the visual styles of this film, I got to admit, before I get into if I think 4K actually improves this film, some of the visual styles meet me halfway. I don't think they're too bad. For instance, yes, the Myers house looks drastically different, but take away your historical feelings. It's actually a really cool looking house. I mean, I really like it. It looks like something from an Italian horror film or something from a Hammer movie. Yeah, they could have tried maybe to have gotten something that looks similar, but at the end of the day, I do like the look of the house. Jamie Lloyd, now she has some psychic connectivity to Michael where she can sense him. I mean, if this film would have had one quirk and it would have been that, I actually think people would have been totally fine with this movie and that motif. But the fact is, this movie's so wacky, I think that people don't even think about that much. Another thing, let's talk about the intro of Halloween 5. Okay, so this hobo guy with a parrot gets Michael and brings him under his bridge under the river. You mean to tell me that the police didn't go looking for him there? I mean, it wasn't like he went that far, number one. Number two, he passes out essentially at midnight when it's November 1st, okay? So what happens? He just sits there the entire year and pretends like he's asleep or he's comatose or something? Does the old guy not do anything? The cops don't come for a year? This is the worst police station of all time. How did he get away with this? How did he just sit there for the whole year? What happened? Why couldn't we have had some better explanation of this? I mean, for once, I usually like when we get the answers, but we should have kept this a mystery if that's what you're gonna give us. What the hell is that? And then the parrot. What's up with the parrot? Why did the director feel the need to have a parrot for this movie? Why? Now, let's get into what I think the quirkiest thing is of this whole film. And no, it's not Tina, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a problem with Tina. I think she has a bubbly, wacky personality, but at the end of the day, she has what's called a personality. I like the fact that she's spunky and she has stuff to say and do. I mean, I get why people like Rachel. She essentially does nothing to annoy the audience, but to me, she's kind of bland. I like Tina. Sue me. Yeah, she's loud and obnoxious, but that's how people can be in real life. So I don't have a problem with her. And I don't even necessarily have a problem with this, but we have to talk about Donald Pleasence in this film. Now, I have a theory about why Donald is the way he is in Halloween 5. Okay, let's go back to Halloween 4. He's in that van with the preacher. He hands Loomis that bottle. Loomis takes a sip. I think Loomis got hooked on booze in Halloween 4, and so his character in 5 is completely drunk the entire film. There's a moment where he has trouble flicking on a light switch inside the Myers house. Granted, the light doesn't come on, but it takes him a couple times. His balance, his periphery is completely off. He's erratic. He's yelling at Danielle Harris the entire movie, just yelling, asking her about the big store and the woman that works in the big store. The way he reacts to her in the hospital, he's manic. And did Loomis even work at this hospital? I don't even really get the sense that he did. It's like he was just there. I never really see him do anything. Now, when they thought they had to crack Jamie's chest open in the beginning, the doctor was already there. Loomis just kind of shows up and just starts yelling no. Granted, he did say she would stabilize, and she did, but did he work there? Like, what was Loomis doing? I feel like he was probably unemployed in 5. And let's not really get into the cop thing. My thing is this. Othan, you clearly made goofy cops. I don't know why you felt the need to put buzzing and circus noise sounds above them. It's almost like it's an insult to the audience in a way. Like, yeah, this is supposed to be comedy, but I gotta punch it so you people know it's supposed to be comedy. Like, it's almost like a laugh track when you're watching a sitcom television show. That's the only thing missing. As a matter of fact, play that scene and imagine laughing in the background like you would like you're watching a sitcom when all those buzzing sounds go off. Like, what the hell was that all about? All that to say, there are some things I like about Halloween 5. Now, I know that this sounds a little bit like an excuse, but you have to admit that 5, after you start watching foreign films, especially Italian horror films, there is a quirkiness to 5 and some scenes that magically just look amazing. There's a chase scene in the beginning where Danielle Harris is running through the basement of that hospital, and then there's this shadowy figure coming after her. There's so much suspense to that. And let's not forget the laundry chute scene. I dare say that scene is as good as anything in 4. It's weird, like, I like Halloween 5, but there's no doubt this is one of the quirkiest Halloween sequels. Now, all that to say, should you own this movie on 4K? Now, here's an interesting opinion I might have. When it comes to all the Halloween 4Ks, I actually think that if you're gonna own any of them, the one you'd get the most benefit from is actually Halloween 5. Now, here's why I think that. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing when it comes to this, but like when I think of movies that feel straight to video, there are movies that are in fact straight to video, that look straight to video, and then there's movies that were made for theaters that look straight to video. Friday the 13th, The New Blood, I love the fact that it looks straight to video. It was obviously a theater movie, but when you watch that, when it's clear, it has that feeling to it, that charm almost. Halloween 5 had that, but it's not necessarily that I wanted to have that, but I always felt that sense from it. The only thing it was missing would be like the USA logo at the bottom, or like TNT, that old school TNT logo you would see. For once, watching this movie in this high of a definition, that feeling kind of goes away. I feel like that made-for-TV feel is gone with the 4K. Now, the picture quality on this is actually phenomenal. Like, I've had complaints with Scream Factory, as I have with any other physical media company, but they did a home run on this. I actually think this is one of, if not the best Halloween 4Ks. It looks absolutely amazing. The other thing about this that makes this such a great release is that alternate opening with that voodoo guy. He's really skinny looking guy that gets Michael in the beginning and does this charm or spell. The whole scene is really creepy. Now, they didn't have the audio for that, but they actually went through the trouble of recreating what would have been close to what that audio was, and they've done it so well that if I didn't tell you that they did this audio themselves for that intro, you'd probably think it was the real audio. It was done so well. Another thing about this movie that I like is the soundtrack. Some of the songs, like Anything from Money and Romeo and Romeo, they're great little songs. They sound so late 80s, and the 4K with the great audio tracks on this, the music sounds great. I guess the whole point of this video is for me to say, I like Halloween 5, but you're damn right, it's quirky as hell and kind of weird. Really weird, actually. But for some reason, the 4K, I actually think polishes up the movie a little bit. Like, it's one of those things, like, can you polish a turd? Kind of. Maybe, not every time, but I think with Halloween 5, the 4K actually does polish it up a little bit. That's not to say that I don't enjoy watching my old DVD copies of Halloween 5 sometimes, but if you're out there listening to this and you don't own this film on 4K and you're not a huge fan, well, just consider it for me. Hey, we all need a little quirkiness in our life.
Huge giant thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. Without you guys, this would not be possible. To get behind the scenes photos, videos, music, private live streams, and much more, you can subscribe to my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Thank you to my patrons.